did it. Panda, I did it. It worked. We did it.
I just sat here.
Now I need to find out how to do the outro video. I did it.
Jeez.
I am so happy for myself. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been trying to be more professional and it just isn't happening.
But we made it happen.
When we finally get everything rolling and we're good with like how we can start the intros and stuff, we're gonna have to do a soft reboot and just start the whole podcast over again from episode 1. And be like, our amateur days are done.
I mean, we got like less than 50 episodes till episode 100. By then, we'll probably have it figured out.
Be like, our amateur days are done, guys. Episode 100 starting from scratch, baby. Oh man, I mean, let's just chat. Let's get some housekeeping out of the way. How are you, Panda?
I'm on 2 feet. I didn't cry today. So
Today?
Today.
Oh boy. It's only 7 o'clock. You still got time.
I still got time, but
Yeah.
this is a big deal. So I had a doctor's appointment at 8 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, hey, you're due for your tetanus and this other shot. Do you want to get it done? And I got all
like,
this
sure.
going for me. I can't stand needles. Anytime I get my blood drawn, I'm sitting there, waterworks. I'm crying. I didn't cry today. And they didn't even give me a lollipop. So.
I mean, you're eating cheese,
I'm more sad.
so I'd prefer cheese.
I'm eating cheese. But I want a lollipop for not crying today.
So, last week, we got an amazing announcement. Assassin's Creed Black Flag is coming back, baby. With the resynced, remastered version, comes out in July. I think it's July 9th. That is a day 1 pre-order for me.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot wait for that thing.
I love Assassin's Creed. And I want to love playing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't.
See,
it's kind of like Fallout and Far Cry.
I have the same problem with Assassin's Creed. Like, I like the setting, I like the premise, but once I start diving into the game, I can't finish it. I didn't finish Odyssey. There's so much to do. I didn't beat Valhalla, once again. A ton of shit to do. The only Assassin's Creed game I beat in its entirety, actually there's 2. There's 2 Assassin's Creed games, because one, I beat on my 360 back in the day. I take that back, 3, because I beat the first one for the first time and did a review for it for my channel last year. So I take that back. I beat 3. Assassin's Creed 2 I beat back in 2011 because it was on the 360 and it was one of the few games I had for my first 360. And Black Flag was the only other Assassin's Creed game I actively beat. Oh, I take that back. I beat Rogue. So there's 4. And I beat Rogue because it used the same ship combat as Black Flag, and I played them back to back. But I always forget that Rogue is one of them.
And I've seen Black Flag played all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about it.
I cannot wait to dive back into it. I watched the live stream, and I'm sitting there about to cry because I'm like, this is, I mean, obviously this is what a lot of people wanted Skull and Bones to be, but a lot of people don't understand like how online hardware works. If you wanted to play a game where you're a pirate, go play Sea of Thieves. Like, it was never designed to be an Assassin's Creed open world type of game for Skull and Bones. It just wasn't in the cards. Anyways, that's coming out. Today is the 28th. Today is the official release day for Lord of Hatred, the new Diablo DLC. I am only a level 25, so I've been playing that. The Lynx Highliner, a ship in Elite Dangerous, came out today, devoted to passengers, and I already have that bad boy too.
I've still only touched Medieval Dynasty. And that's it.
Well, in 2 days, on the 30th, Invincible Verse comes out as well, which is like the Mortal Kombat style type of game for the Invincible comic book series and TV show.
What was that one that just dropped this last week? That was announced on the Gaming Awards. With the little girl and the big dude.
Oh, Pragmata.
Thank you. I need to buy that one.
And so that is one on my list. It will probably be one that I get when it's on sale, because I don't know when I'll ever get around to it. I only pre-order games that I absolutely want to dive into. Invincible Verse is a play anywhere game, so I will have that installed on my handheld. And speaking of handhelds, I got the dock in the mail. So I have to keep working on that and make a review for that later. I am a bit disappointed starting off with it, though, because it does not fit the kill switch case for my ally. And I am not going to take my protective case off of my system just to put it into this dock.
That's reasonable.
Like, it just... I think in today's day and age, if dock makers don't account for people having a protective case on their stuff, then that's on them. Because here's the thing. The handheld PC gaming market is a very niche and enthusiast market. Like, there's not a lot of casuals buying a Steam Deck or an Ally with the intention of just playing something simple on it. I mean, I take that back. They're playing simple things on it, but in a hardcore way. Like, they're emulating, they're going into the weeds and doing things with these systems. And most of us all have cases on our hardware. So for things to not have adapters or whatever, it's out of the ordinary. Because even my Steam Deck dock, my official Steam Deck dock, somebody released a kill switch adapter for the actual case that D brand makes. Like, fantastic. I have not seen anything for Antank. However, in their defense, they are a fairly new company. So we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah. I think, and even with that, like, even as little as me getting like a phone mount in my car, I made sure that it would hold a case. Because I didn't want to get the pop socket one, because longevity.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
But it's the truth. Like, things just aren't made like they were in the 90s.
No. No, if I drop my phone, there's a chance it's going to break instead of my Nokia destroying the concrete. Do you have pie? Is that pie? What kind of pie? Is it pumpkin?
No, it's lemon cheesecake.
Actually sounds wicked good.
It's really, really sweet, but I need it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for the two of you that are here, welcome to the show. This is episode 54 of the Giga Geeks podcast. We are going to be talking about Game Pass price drops, the new Steam hardware news, and AI in game development with one particular developer that got interviewed about it, or talked to about it. Because here's the thing. Oh, I did that. That's not what I wanted to do.
Wow.
Whoops.
Wow.
I hit the wrong button. It's been a day. We're both
It's only
into it.
Tuesday.
I know. It's my Friday. It's not my Friday. It's my Sunday today because I started working overnights again. So I work 11 to 7 4 days a week, and then 6 p.m. to 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. on my Friday, which is my Sunday.
Little power nap.
Yeah, kind of. And then I roll into it. Like tomorrow, I'll have the kids up until the time Jordan gets home, and then I'll nap before I go into work. It's not that bad. But yeah. Do you have Tuesdays off? Is Tuesdays your day off?
No.
Or you just happen to be off right now?
Yeah, I just happen to be off today.
Mm.
All of our managers are up in Kentucky for huddle.
Mm.
And we were supposed to be closed yesterday, today, and tomorrow. But my manager wasn't cleared to go. So she worked by herself. And I was like, do you need me to come in? She's like, no, you'll go into overtime. And I'm like, and you won't?
Yeah. Like, come on. Didn't you send me to the manager stuff? Like, come on, let me do it. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Well, that's the thing. She ain't no spring chicken. And she's not doing well, like, health-wise. She had a heart attack in October.
Oh, Jesus. It's ridiculous.
And then something had happened with after her procedure. She went back in the next day to get that fixed. So they ran some blood work. She's diabetic.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So she's had a lot going on, and so of course her doctor, you need to lower your stress levels. Yet here we are. So I keep telling her, I'm like, you don't have to do everything by yourself. But
yeah, that's mental.
So
I'm so glad my stress levels aren't as bad as they used to be. Like now that I'm back at work and working again, and finally back on the overnights. Like I like the overnights because I don't think my managers are watching this at all, but if they are, I like the overnights because I don't have to see them unless something happens because they're all at home sleeping. Most of the shit that's going to happen on the railroad happens during the day because there's maybe one overnight train. So I hardly ever see them, which is nice, and it's more of a relaxed environment with the guys. So yeah, I'm not as stressed. I like the overnights personally. And it's going to work out because my little girl starts kindergarten soon, and somebody has to be home to put her on the bus and get her off the bus.
yeah.
That be this guy. So, but let's talk about
and then you'll miss those moments.
I already missed certain moments, and I'm not. I told Jordan, no, we're not having any more kids. We just can't do it. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
Nope. Snip, snip, baby. It gets hard. Let's talk about our first news story because you asked me earlier off the air about Asha Sharma, the Xbox CEO.
I've seen a few things lingering around, so
I am infatuated with that woman. I mean, every time I see,
real happy.
every time I see a picture of her, like I think she's a new crush of mine, and I don't know why, but like she's always smiling, and all the news I hear about her just makes her sound like a badass, and I'm like, I want to meet that woman someday. She seems really, really cool. Let's start in with our first news article. Whoop. This is from CNBC. So, like most of the news stories I try to pick, this is not from a typical gaming site. And it says this is published Tuesday, April 21st, 2026 by Jordan Nuvitt. Microsoft cuts Game Pass subscription prices after new Xbox CEO promises to recommit to gamers. Microsoft said Tuesday that it will lower the cost of subscriptions that include access to hundreds of video games after the company's new gaming leader promised to recommit to our core Xbox fans and players. The flagship Game Pass Ultimate service, which allows gamers to download titles on PCs and Xbox consoles and stream games on mobile devices, has been cut to $22.99 per month from $29.99. Microsoft said in a blog post, the more limited PC Game Pass is now $13.99, down from $16.49. Forthcoming titles in the popular Call of Duty franchise will no longer be part of the two subscriptions immediately when they come out. Instead, gamers can buy the titles when they come out. The latest one goes for $69.99, or wait until the next holiday season and play the older versions in the meantime. The change represents an attempt to rejigger the Xbox business from Asha Sharma, a former Meta executive who replaced Phil Spencer as Microsoft's gaming chief in February. Gaming contributed 7% of Microsoft's total revenue in the fourth quarter. The unit revenue was down around 10% year over year, while Azure Cloud, LinkedIn, Microsoft's 365 productivity offerings, and dynamic business software all grew at least 10%. Hardware sales declined 32% after Microsoft canceled the development of two games, Everwild and Perfect Dark. Revenue from Xbox content and sale services, a metric that excludes hardware sales, came in below internal projections. Microsoft's finance chief, Amy Hood, said on a conference call. She announced an unspecified impairment charge in the gaming business, which expanded in 2023 with the $75.4 billion acquisition of Call of Duty publisher Activision Blizzard. Sharma told employees in a memo that Game Pass had become too expensive. The Verge reported earlier this month Microsoft pushed up the price of Game Pass Ultimate by $10 to $29.99 a month in October. The company said in 2024 that Game Pass had 34 million subscribers. Our players cover a wide breadth of geographies, preferences, and tastes. So while there isn't a single model that's best for everyone, this change responds to a lot of feedback we've gotten so far, Microsoft said in Tuesday's blog post. So that is great news, because I subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate. I always have, and because of the type of person I am, I won't subscribe to anything lower. However, the $8 difference is really good in my opinion, but it's still a bit lacking. It's not quite back to the $19.99 price point it was a few years ago. And that's what I really miss. Like, I feel like it was the best gaming subscription for $19.99. Especially since rumor is that PlayStation just raised theirs.
That's kind of where I was going to go with that. Is like, yeah, it's not $19.99. Mm-hmm. But it's not... They're going to definitely recover, I think.
Oh, absolutely. I mean...
Granted, because it's not... like, it's not a lot. It's not much, but it's honest work.
Well, it might be enough to start bringing back Xbox Game Pass subscribers to a higher tier, because there are situations for people that can't really afford games like I do. I keep spending way too much money on shit. But Game Pass Ultimate gives them a way to try out all these different games without having to fork over the $70 or $80 a game to play them, which I still think is great. I don't care about Call of Duty. I'm sure that most people that subscribe to Game Pass don't care about Call of Duty or Fortnite for that matter. And having those two things roped up into Game Pass Ultimate, yeah, seemed like a good idea at the time, but it wasn't worth it. And I'm sure Microsoft and Xbox saw a huge decline in Ultimate subscriptions just because they raised it $10.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really hear a lot of my clientele.
Mm.
They're like, oh, if I do play a shooter game, you might talk me into playing Call of Duty,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't stand it, and I won't pay for it.
Yeah.
Is what
There are
is
use
typically what
case
people say.
scenarios. Which, I
Yeah.
mean, here's the other thing that is rumored to be going around. It is, I guess, being workshopped into a way where you could pay for what you want within Game Pass. So you get to pick and choose,
Yes, I saw that. That was.
which is an interesting idea. I like that idea. Say, for instance, the indies don't matter to me, but I want to play all the first party titles, and I can pay a specific rate for all the first party titles within Game Pass. And I get to choose what matters to me within Game Pass. See, that would be neat. So if you were a Call of Duty player and you wanted to play Call of Duty, but you don't want to spend the $100, $10 a month.
Crazy.
Maybe you even get points. Maybe you get COD points or something. Maybe you get the Battle Pass. Something like rope something in. Make Game
But that's how
Pass
they make their money, Luke. Come on.
as I get that, but if you make Game Pass as modular as possible, you will still be making your money because people will be happier to come to your platform to pay for what they want.
I meant the Battle Pass. That's what I was
Oh,
getting
Battle
at.
Pass. Okay. Okay. Cool.
I'm like,
That
that's
is
how
the.
they make their money is people buying into the Battle Pass.
Oh, for
Because
sure. I mean, yes.
people grind that. And it's I get it. I've been there. Shut your mouth.
Speaking of Battle Passes, I do not like Diablo's new Battle Pass. I like the traditional line of stuff that you unlock instead of like boxes. I don't like it. I don't like the reliquaries. Anyways,
Yeah.
but I think Asher Sharma's starting to do really good. I know there's been talks about Xbox exclusives, which I think is a dumb idea, only because Xbox is making a ton of money everywhere, not just on Xbox. I mean, people forget to realize, or they forget, Xbox has been releasing their games day and date on Steam for the last decade. So on the PC side of things. And despite it not selling as big numbers as people would expected, Starfield still was in the top 10 for PlayStation sales charts. It sold like 140,000 copies the last I checked. That's still a lot. And if you're charging, and that was before it even came out. Let me do a little math. Because if you're buying the $70 version, 140,000 copies times the $70 version, $69.99. That's still $9.8 million.
That's
And
money.
I know. And PlayStation wants to pull their exclusives from PC because it didn't make a lot of money for them. And my argument is because they wanted to wait 4 or 5 years to release their new game onto PC. Nobody wants to play a game that's been out for 4 years.
No.
Nobody. It's just the way it works.
You'd think that they would know that, but
I don't know. Sony's business practices confuse me. I'm not saying that Xbox is any better. However, I can kind of see where Xbox is coming from more than I can Sony. Because they also just raised the prices of their PS5 Pros. Again, if Xbox was smart, they would lower the cost of their consoles and try and bring in those players that want to game on next-gen hardware that cannot afford these bigger deals. That's just me. I like thinking about the business side of things. It's just the way I tick. Speaking of business, Valve actually just released something neat, and I'm interested in this. Pre-orders for this open up on May 5th, so let's take a look.
Oh boy.
The new Steam controller officially launches in May, and this is written by Joseph Allen, published April 28th, 2026. So today, actually, at 9:45 a.m. And this is at Tech Raptor. Now, before we get any further, I really like the controller. Because what you're seeing here is you're seeing the buttons, you're seeing the joysticks, you're seeing the start buttons, the Steam button that connects to the Steam machine and the Steam client, your D-pad, and these down here, if we are going to look at, I'm going to show this on screen, because why not? If we're going to look at my Steam Deck, yeah, I have them right here.
It's the same
thing. I have,
yeah.
They are mouse trackpads. Mouse trackpads on a controller. And they've worked really well on the Steam Deck. Absolutely love this piece of hardware. It's the only gripe I have about the Xbox ROG Ally X is that I don't have the trackpads anymore. Or, actually, second gripe. I have two gripes for the Ally, and it's because they're also missing another set of back buttons, which this has 4 of. Mm-hmm. However, looking back at this controller, it has 2 trackpads as well. It makes me want to play my PC games on the TV. And that's what I'm sure a lot of people are excited about.
Oh, yeah.
Let's continue. Valve has announced the Steam controller release date, as well as more information about what you can expect if you decide to pick one up. The Steam controller was one of 3 new pieces of Steam-related hardware announced by Valve back in late 2025, with the other 2, the Steam Frame and the Steam Machine, still due to arrive sometime in the first half of 2026. Although, that may change. As far as the controller, though, it's officially launching May 4th and will cost you $100 or your regional equivalent. That's perhaps a little more than some were expecting to pay for it. But we'll have to see whether that consternation translates into tepid sales or whether the Steam controller finds an audience. Valve says it spent a lot of time making sure the Steam controller is comfortable for long gaming sections, despite the bulky look of its peripheral. It's designed to work well across all Steam devices, including PCs, the Steam Deck, and the Steam Machine. Sticks-wise, you shouldn't have to worry too much about drift because the Steam controller comes complete with TMR sticks, which are essentially immune to the classic drifting problem that plagues normal controller analog sticks, including those on the Steam Deck, ironically. The Steam controller also comes complete not only with sticks, but also with trackpads and gyros to help you play how you want, as Valve says. That's also the philosophy behind the new Grip Sense feature, which detects when you're holding the controller handles and which can be mapped to. We still don't have a release date for Valve's other hardware, sadly, so you'll have to wait to find out when the Steam Machine and Steam Frame is arriving. In the meantime, the Steam controller launches May 4th for $99, and you can learn more about it over at the official Steam website. It even comes with you can charge it, obviously. Like it has an internal battery. And that's, I think, something that's so important for modern controllers nowadays is to have its own rechargeable battery. For those of you that are watching, I have a review for the Xbox official Elite Series version 2 controller, and it's one of my favorite controllers, weight-wise, function-wise, and most importantly, battery-wise. That battery on that controller can last for a month, I swear to God.
With how much you game, that's a big deal.
It's an absolute big deal because right now I'm working. I have the ROG Raikiri 2 Pro controller, and I have to put it on its charger after every night. And it's not that it's a bad controller. I actually really like it. However, it has RGB elements, so I'm sure the lighting takes a hit onto the battery. Not to mention that it doesn't feel as heavy. It's a really light controller.
Yeah.
Wait, what? That's the next controller I will be reviewing. I am also going to be reviewing the Steam controller because I will pre-order that as soon as it's available.
No surprise.
But I'm really excited to get my hands on it. I want to know if it works with other devices. That's my big takeaway. Because the thing about the Xbox Elite controllers is it can Bluetooth to anything that has a Bluetooth connection, such as my Ally, my Steam Deck, my PC, anything. The ROG Raikiri 2 Pro controller, the other big gripe I have is that you have to have a dongle if you want it to work with certain things. It does have Bluetooth features, but I have to have a dongle to use it on my Xbox, and I do not like that. Especially since it has an Xbox related tie-in. Like if it's supposed to be a second party, it should be able to connect to an Xbox without needing extras. You could also play with it corded, obviously. Like there's a few different functions on it, which is weird, but whatever. This controller looks amazing. I am excited to put my hands on it. I don't know if I like the inline joysticks, but I got used to it when it was on this bad boy, so I think I'll be all right.
I don't know how I would handle the pad, but I got little hands.
Well, I mean, let's look at this. I think I. Boop. Let me, because it has a video on this. Let's watch that video. Ooh. I had to get it to where it could share audio.
Hey there. This video is,
of course, you're gonna buffer on me.
A quick overview of what you'll find inside the Steam.
Let's start over. This is just the way it is.
Hey there. This video is a quick overview of what you'll find inside the Steam controller box, how to get started with it, and a quick look at some of the features. First, let's open it up. Inside, you'll find the all-new Steam controller, the Steam controller puck, which is both a wireless receiver and charging station, the USB-A to USB-C cable, and an information book. The puck is the fastest, most reliable way to play wirelessly. The easiest way to get playing is to connect the USB-C cable to your puck and then plug the other end of the cable.
This is gonna kill me. This is gonna kill me. All right, so let's stop. If we look here, the whole pad here is actually angled, and I actually kind of dig that.
Into your
So it's angled here, so it should fit in your hands, and it's going to allow your thumbs to sit higher up up here to be able to hit those joysticks. That is what I'm seeing when it comes to ergonomics. And surprisingly, the Steam Deck doesn't feel that bad either. And you can see the back buttons down here, which I really like.
PC. Steam does all the hard work to make sure your controller performs.
I'm done. We're not finishing that. It'd be better if I was watching it through Steam and not the website.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what I wanted to see. We wanted to look at the actual controls. And it looks really angled, and that's what I think will make this controller actually fit. Oh, speaking of which, my ROG Raikiri 2 Pro is right here. It has an Xbox damn button on it. It should work with Xbox without issues.
Should.
Keyword should. But I'm really excited about that, so I will be reviewing that. But as far as reviews go, I have reached out to Valve to see if I can secure a Steam machine or a Steam frame or something for review, because I finally have people reaching out to me, which is really cool. Let's dive into this next story. Oh, I killed it. Oh boy. There we go. Let's bring it back. This is over at Tech Radar, and this is actually about the Steam machine. This is by Isaiah Williams. Where is the date? I think the date's at the bottom. Pew, pew, pew. No, I should have. This is recent, though. Or at least it should be. Anyways. Gamers, it's time to get excited. The Steam machine's price and launch date may be imminent. The wait is almost over. Valve's Steam machine has been in the pipeline for launch since its initial review in November 2025, but has suffered delays due to the ongoing memory crisis. Unfortunately, the latest rumors suggest the tide may be turning in favor of gamers who have been anticipating the console-like PC. According to Insider Gaming, Valve is edging closer to announcing the Steam machine's price and release date. This comes after recent sightings of the Steam controller on Steam's backend imports and users noticing the accessory's presence on the Komodo Station Store, official online Steam store in Asia. Those findings have led many to believe the Steam machine isn't too far off from an official announcement from Valve, and Insider Gaming's Mike Straw adds some credence to gamer speculation, stating, I'm to understand that Valve is getting closer to confirming everything. Perhaps most importantly, Insider Gaming's reports highlight that Valve has been going back and forth internally on pricing and whether it should be available or able to take a loss on the market, at the very least on a short-term basis. That shouldn't come as a surprise since the memory crisis is causing havoc for PC hardware manufacturers. Valve taking a loss on the cost of the Steam machine sounds familiar, as Valve boss Gabe Newell implied that the Steam Tech was sold at a loss, describing the price as painful but critical to ensure the device got in the hands of as many consumers as possible. History could repeat itself, but within more troubling times for Valve, as the hardware market's current state is unprecedented. And just like any gaming PC, console or PC, the Steam machine will require both RAM and storage, with the latter also seeing higher prices as both manufacturer and consumer levels. There won't be a clear answer on Valve's choice regarding the Steam machine's price until an official announcement arrives, but if it's priced at or below the PS5 and Xbox Series X consoles that have received recent price hikes, then it places Valve in a strong position to compete in the console gaming market. And that's the thing. People want this thing to sit under their TV. They want a PC that they can play like a console. And I'm all for that. That seems great. It will not deter me from having the next Xbox, because that's what I want sitting under my TV, not a Steam machine.
Yeah.
However, the Steam machine will replace the current setup I have here. And that's the goal. I want a small form factor PC to sit on my desk. I want to eliminate the huge laptop. I have a huge 17-inch laptop. Like, I want to get rid of that off my desk and start use it for only content creation, such as like you have it running the software, recording the screen from the other PC. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want. But
I actually had that talk with Micah the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That he's like, well, you can spend X amount of money on a PC. And I'm like, yes, I get that. I know you can go very low end with a PC. I am not this when it comes to computers. I can't. No. I just can't.
And see, that's the thing.
It stresses me out just thinking about it.
This is a PC. Valve made a handheld PC, and you never ever have to touch the actual PC side of things. You open it up.
That's not. It makes my sternum itch thinking
I
about it.
get that. I get that. What I'm
And
saying
that's
is
why
when
I'm
you
like this, like the Steam machine is why
yeah.
I'm like, yes, I know I can go low end on a PC and still play all these games with you
Hmm.
guys. I don't have the brain capacity, like especially like Micah. Like it's not, and Jordan, not my thing. I
Well,
just
I think
can't.
those guys fail to realize who this kind of market is for. It is for you. It is for the people. Like the Steam Deck, when you turn this thing on, it does not boot into a normal desktop like a PC. It boots
Yeah,
into a interface that would be reminiscent of a console, where you have your store
but
and you
it's
have your
Steam.
game
Yeah.
library and exactly, it's all just Steam. Like it is perfect for people that are trying to get into the handheld market without barriers. Whereas something like the Xbox ROG Ally X, the Lenovo's, the Windows devices are more for the niche enthusiast that wants to tinker with the settings, like myself.
I just want to turn it on, click a button, start playing.
And that's what the Steam Deck does. And I'm
And then,
absolutely
yeah.
positive that the Steam machine will be running its own. The Steam OS is very intuitive and very easy for new beginners. And I'm pretty sure that's what the Steam machine will be running. And I am all for that because I don't care about having a desktop on my Steam Deck. Maybe I do some back end
Mhm.
stuff to get certain games to work, like SimCity 2013. But other than that,
Mhm.
I'm not touching the desktop. I never touch the desktop.
Too stressful.
If I if I want to do something specific, I will use a PC, but I like an actual Windows based PC. And the goal is that's why I'm keeping my laptop is because that will be the device I go to for editing and content creation. It's the one that has 64 gigs of RAM that is designed for compiling textures and stuff and all the extra bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. I really hope Valve reaches
Me.
back out to me and lets me know. That would be sick. If I was able to get a review unit, I would be ecstatic. I'd probably have to give it back, but I would be able to get something out there to be like, hey, this is exactly what we're expecting.
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited for you to get one if you decide to. Like it's gonna be
It'll
neat.
be an investment, but I know I don't need it, but I need it.
Hmm. It's going to open a lot of doors for you gaming wise because there's a lot of cozy games on PC that they're not on the
I
consoles.
just and that's the only thing I want. Like there's a lot of games that I want to play, but like and there's that little stereotype with women cozy gamers that they get this huge setup just to play a cozy game. And it's like it's funny. I get the joke. I get the meme. We all do.
But
But
now
like
you want to be in on it.
Like I do. I want to play my cozy games, but they're on PC. But I
Hmm.
don't like if I had a friend, like a friend nearby to be like this is I'm on the
See,
spectrum.
and
I
and
need distinct and it's like, well, just YouTube it. I can't do that.
I
I
see
just
I'm on the spectrum, but this is my niche. This is my hyper focus. Like
like I need someone to tell me, "Okay, do this." Like
too bad you didn't move up here. Like it would have been a
what's
lot easier.
the
I mean, I am helping you. I'm telling you to buy a Steam machine.
Yes. I'm trying to remember that. Oh my gosh, what is it? SpongeBob. Oh my gosh, my brain. Where he's like showing Patrick how to open a jar.
Hmm.
Literally how I have to like that's how I have to learn how to do stuff. It's like grab a jar. That's a pickle. Yeah. Like it's just I can't my brain is not built for the PC world, but this Steam
Mm.
machine I plan on investing on it because
I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for you to get your hands on it. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I cannot wait to get my hands on the Steam Frame, the VR side of it, because I want both because they both seamlessly work together. And if that's the case, then I'm buying Skyrim VR. I am buying Fallout VR, and I am going to play them because that's the way I want to play.
Just submerge.
Well, there are Nexus mods for Starfield as well, for VR and Starfield. So if that's the case, I will mod the shit out of Starfield on the Steam machine to play it in VR. The Xbox version, I will keep the achievement-friendly mods I have, but Steam, I don't care about. Let's mod the shit out of it, play that in VR. My heart just sang a little bit. We got one more story. I was talking, I mentioned AI, and there's been a lot of talk in video game AI, or developers using AI, and it could go both ways. I think it could be good and bad. And this is a topic of, I think, a good version of it. We'll decide after we read this. And like I said, I don't typically like to use video game news outlets because I have witnessed and seen they can be incredibly biased and not as truthful as one would hope. So I usually do a lot of research before I bring stories up to everybody. So let's talk about this. The Blood of the Dawnwalker studio uses AI, but there's no AI assets in the game. People with Blood and Flesh made this game from the beginning to the end, and this is by Matt Perslow, posted April 28th, 2026 at 1 p.m. So it came out today, which is why I'm bringing it up. The use of artificial intelligence video game development has become a thorny and divisive topic over the past couple of years, and so naturally is a topic of conversation during a recent press Q&A session with the Blood of the Dawnwalker game director, Thomas Skiewicz? Conrad, I am so sorry. I will zoom in. Yeah. I hate this. Oh no. Right here, look. Whoop. That's his name. Oh joy. Okay, so we're just going to call him Tom, or Conrad. The former Witcher 3 director revealed the generative AI technologies used at the studio as part of the development process, used with the intention of preventing stress and overtime rather than creating final assets. Thomas revealed the generative AI voices were used during the early development stages of the Blood of Dawnwalker's development, with the intention of testing and locking in the script before it was handed over to the actors. In our genre, when you work on an RPG, which is recorded in 6 languages, right? The VO voiceover is really hard and really costly stuff to do. You need to be sure that what you're recording is what you want to record, because first of all, changes are really expensive. But the second thing is that the moment when you start to hear the game, hear the NPCs and so on, is the moment when you figure out that something in the story does or does not work. And when you record all of this, and that moment you figure it out and you want to change the story, you have to record again a whole section of the story, and it's really expensive. It's a really bad process, he continued, because when you start to change stuff in the middle of a production of a game, it makes pressure for the team. It makes problems and overtime and other stuff, and we wanted to avoid that. That's why we use these kind of tools in the beginning to do iteration of the story, and when we're sure that we are where we want to be, we remove all those AI voices and record everything with the actors. While generative AI has been used for what could be considered draft passes of the script for testing purposes, Thomas has other ideas on how artificial intelligence could be used in development. We have our own QA team, right? They sometimes have the task that they need to, for example, go through the terrain and check if there are no holes in the terrain and that the collisions are good. At the same time, they could play the quest and tell me if they like the characters or if the gameplay loops are fun enough, or if the timing in the combat can be better or whatever, right? And my approach is that I feel that we should use AI to help our people to work and take from them these tasks, which are annoying and frustrating, and allow them to do this more fun work, which is needed, actually. I think the companies should use AI, but in a way which helps people work, not replace the people, he explained. Before the Q&A concluded, a spokesperson from What Rebel Wolves went on to clarify the studio's stance on AI when it comes to the final product. I want to make one thing absolutely clear. Nothing that is in the blood of the Dawnwalker was created using generative AI. Nothing. People with the blood and flesh made this game from beginning to end. Rebel Wolves' stance on AI wasn't the only thing we learned about while visiting the studio. We also discussed the Blood of Dawnwalker's romance options and the developer plans for the second IP. We also got to watch a playthrough of the Vampire RPG's consequence-like filled prologue, as well as a talk at length about RPGs with game director comrade Thomas Skiewicz. The Blood of Dawnwalker will launch on September 3rd, 2026. This is the kind of AI I like to see.
The way I'm seeing it, like from not being as tech savvy, I understand enough, but I see how using the AI this way can boost the morale in a production. Because of exactly what he said. Like, you have to go back and redo everything. On top of doing it with different languages, like, it's already hard enough trying to just translate properly.
Yeah.
On top of, that's another person you probably have to hire. Like, okay, are we saying this correctly? And
we also want to know if tone sounds right. If you're writing a script and you're hearing it in the voices first, you're like, okay, that doesn't sound quite like I want it to. And then once you finally have the script solidified, you can find the perfect actors for those voices and pay them once for their lines versus 4 or 5 different times for the same dialogue sequence.
Because it's definitely a win-win, because it's like, okay, I don't have to keep calling this person in, like, oh, I have to go back in and redo this for them for the 10th time this week, you know?
Yeah.
And then at the same time, they're not losing money having to rehire them.
Yeah.
So it's like, it makes sense.
But like they were saying,
side
like,
of it, I don't understand, but
they're not using the AI to do their work. They're using AI as a tool, which I feel is what AI should be used for. Because I would be lying if I said I have not spent my fair share with Microsoft's Copilot recently, going through like my Elite Dangerous ship builds and stuff. Like, let me know what weaknesses I have here, and then asking questions about my ship build, like, does this perform the way I want? And then AI will provide me with all those feedbacks. And that's the kind of tools I feel AI should be used for, not for creating, if that makes sense.
So
make it work
with my
for
management
me.
Training, this was honestly the first time I've ever used like ChatGPT in this way. And it was because I was trying to find the book. So they just said, read this book. They didn't give me the author. But there's only one author for this book. Okay? Easy enough. 5 different books I found online. It was same book, same author. Everything. Every single one of them was different. So I was like, okay, I don't know what to read here. So then I go on YouTube. I was like, maybe I can find the audiobook. 5 different full audiobooks of it, none of them linked in any way.
That doesn't make any sense.
It was like 10 different. I was like, oh my gosh. So I text my upper management, like, I don't know what to do. She's like, I want you to do something really, really bad. I'm like, oh God. She's like, I want you to go to ChatGPT. I want you to ask them for the synopsis of the first 5 chapters, because that's all I needed to read. And then enter in every question that I have to do for like my assignment. It was the best thing I've ever done. But then once I got like through all of these things, I was like, I bet this is a really awesome book. I'm like, now I kind of want to like actually find it and read it. But that's like the only time I've ever had to use like AI anything as far as that goes. AI images, I don't count those.
I use Copilot more as like a creative tool for me. Like I like to bounce ideas off of it to see if the idea that I have has weight.
Yeah.
And that's been kind of neat to see. It's interesting the way the AI is going, but as far as like the game development goes, I don't want to play a game created by AI. I don't.
No.
I want to play a game that has kind of a soul to it.
I know we briefly talked about it, how there's a game, I think, that's coming out that you have your run through with this game. But if you seem stuck, it shows you with an AI how to play the game.
Oh, that's still Copilot, believe it or not.
Okay. And I'm like, okay, cool, but like I can see where it's helpful, but I can also see where it's lazy.
It was PlayStation that was creating an AI that kind of played the game for you, and I think that's dumb. Like, there's no point playing a game if you're going to have a computer do it for you. Just watch a movie at that point.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only weird thing that I've seen or heard of as far as this whole gaming thing goes with AI.
Oh, for sure. So, I mean, we'll see how this happens. The Blood of the Dawnwalker is absolutely on my list of day one purchases as well. Ever since we saw the reveal for it, I think last year or the year before. I cannot remember. I thought it was a game reveal at the Game Awards. It could have been the game reveal at the awards 2 years ago, though. Because I think we definitely did a co-stream for this last year's, and I think we'll do it again this year, right? Is that the plan?
Are we gonna do a slumber party?
Yeah, we can do that. Come in our pajamas. I mean, I'm already in mine.
I'll just take the train up. Because I don't want to drive.
that would be neat as shit. Yeah,
that's just one less thing I have to worry about. Yeah. So we'll figure it out.
Have to get a setup because I got 2 sofas here. We'll have to get mics and stuff to wear.
Yeah, we'll get super fancy with it.
Oh, that'd be neat. See, we're planning this. We're gonna make this a big deal.
Big brain things.
Yeah, buddy. And if you have your kiddo, she can keep the other 2 kiddos upstairs occupied.
Right. Good times. It'll be chaos, but it'll be fun.
Oh, absolutely. For the 2 people that have stuck with us the whole show, I mean, I've seen like 6 or 7 bounce in and out. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for sticking around and listening to us. You help the algorithm. You help us. I have reviews incoming. I have one for the dock. I have one for the new controller. I'm hoping Valve once again reaches out to me. I don't have high hopes. I really don't. But it would be nice. I'm a really small YouTuber. I only have like 260 subscribers, but it's still 260 subscribers.
It's still 260.
I know. I thought I was happy with like 10. Like
and that's like our whole group of friends.
Yeah. But I love you guys. Thank you for coming out. This is our game over. This is where we end the show. If you guys have news, please just hit me up. Find a way to talk to me. I have. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to be on the show, hit me up. DM me, the Giga Gamer Dad, on Discord, YouTube, Twitter, or anywhere else you can find me or us. I had to read that because I couldn't get it through my head for some reason.
Words are hard.
Yeah. I also have Discord, but I'm not on Discord quite a bit. Same name, Giga Gamer Dad. Same thing on Reddit. I'm trying to create a brand everywhere.
We keep things so simple for us because, yeah, it's the same thing for me.
I mean, I even changed my game tag on PlayStation, and I haven't been on PlayStation in forever.
Yeah. Like, we're just gonna do that. I even think I went on to PlayStation.com and I was like, I'm claiming my name here. It's mine.
Like, I have it. Because I still have like a PS Vita and stuff. Like, I still turn it on every now and then. But I'm not playing PlayStation, per se.
But we had to snag the name.
Exactly. And my wife made like a cool like Giga Gamer Dad like sticker for me at work. Aww. And I have it on my coffee maker upstairs.
That's so cute.
Someday just start sending those to random people. Be like, here you go, bud. Thanks for watching.
Right.
But with that being said, thank you guys. Have a good night. We'll catch you next week. Ciao.
Bye.